So one thing I usually do is whenever I get an idea while I'm reading something or while I'm watching a film or an interview or a podcast, or if I get an idea, I usually write it down I write it down as a note in my phone, right? As a note. Okay, full disclosure, actually I WhatsApp it to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because WhatsApp has that feature. So I WhatsApp the idea to myself, and I usually give context so that I can understand later when I come across it again that okay, I have to talk about this. You know what I'm talking about? But this time, I remember where I got the idea, but I don't really remember what I wanted to say about it. But this is basically what I wrote down. Change begins within. And this is going to be a weird video because I literally don't remember what I wanted to say. But based on how I'm thinking right now, I'm feeling right now, bro, I agree. Change does begin within. You know what I'm talking about? And you're going to understand in a few seconds what I mean by this. So stick around. Subscribe if you haven't. We're about to hit 1,000 followers. Monetization soon. Sub up, y'all. Sub up. I would imagine that if I wanted to solve, or if I wanted to contribute positively to the GBV discussion, right, I would start taking small actions that would later compound into something great. So what am I talking about? Before we get to about stuff about speaking up and having a platform and spreading awareness, I'm just like, there was this one time I remember when my life was still in order. Midnight, bro. I was deep sleep, right? I got woken up obviously, but I had cries, you know what I'm talking about. And I was a kid, bro, you know what I'm talking about. I was younger than this, obviously, but then I did nothing, you know what I'm saying, only to wake up and to find out that she was getting beaten by a dick. And it's funny because if I heard it, then someone definitely heard it. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was also about, so no one is going out, so maybe it's not as important. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, what if everyone took it upon themselves, right? Let's ignore the fact that let's ignore the fact that people are carrying around guns and you're gonna get shot, right? Let's say we live in this hypothetical way. If someone was getting abused, we took it upon ourselves. So you took it upon yourself to step up or to speak up or to call the police, right? And what if we created this whole domino effect where everybody started doing it as a norm, where we speak up against we protect the abused, we protect our victims, we prevent this type of things, we basically sideline, and I mean it, we sideline, because this thing of educating these people is not helping. We should fight fire with fire. I'm tired of this shit, bro. We should start sidelining, kicking these people out of society, okay? I'm just like, maybe it's a bit aggressive, but I'm just like, how much could we change in a community and how much could we change worldwide? So I guess what I was trying to say is, change begins within. South Africa is not going to change. Africa is not going to change. The world is not going to change unless you change within, unless you change your heart. I feel like that's when stuff is going to happen, you know? I know I wanted to say something different before, but like I said, I forgot, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to do a part 2 maybe if I remember, you know what I'm talking about. But I feel like that's what it happens. It's all about small steps, you know what I'm talking about. And that wasn't me talking about how we could solve GBV. No, I'm not. I don't think I'm intelligent enough or maybe wise enough to say or to come up with ideas on how to solve these complex issues. I genuinely believe it's the men. If men started using that strength, that biological strength, not in a physical way, but that advantage, we could fix a lot of shit in South Africa and across the world. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm just like, change begins within. I feel like, okay, no, there's not much I'm thinking about right now, but I feel like what happened to not littering, you know what I'm talking about? What happened to saving every drop, you know what I'm talking about? Those little things, because I see a lot of people online, and it's the thing now, people are probably making money from it, obviously, But people are just talking about, yo, what's bad about the world? What's this? And yo, they're poisoning our water. They want us distracted on our phones all the time. The government is fucking us over. I'm popular with that one. It's fucking us over. The government is doing this, doing that. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just like, what if we came up with solutions on how to deal with those things, and then we started implementing those things? Pole. You know. Yeah, man. This video was kind of all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It was all over the place. But I'm just like, yeah, I wrote it down. I guess I'm supposed to talk about it. Change begins within, bro. Change begins within. And I think it also manifests. It manifests too. I mean, the way, if you change your heart, bro, like I don't know, bro. When I started ignoring certain things in my life, bro, like it did affect what happened outwardly, you know.